Have you ever been going throughout your day? It could be the morning, the afternoon, or even at night, and somebody says something to you or does something to you that completely changes your mindset, your outlook from positive to the negative. You see, up until that moment, your day was going fairly smooth. You know, you might have some ups and downs, but it was going good. It was positive. You were feeling good. And in that exact moment, this person says something to you or does something to you that changes those feelings, those positive feelings of happiness, joy, freedom, to negative feelings of possible anger, frustration, self-doubt. So why is there that switch? Why in that moment does this person, with what they say or what they do, completely change you or me from feeling positive to feeling negative? When something like this happens, and it's bound to happen, it's inevitable that something like this will happen to you throughout the course of your day. And when it does, we truly need to understand where this person is coming from. We need to understand their motivations, their possible intentions, because these interactions can possibly expose us to negative words and negative actions. But it's up to us, it's up to you, it's up to me to decipher what's going on in that moment. Because what they say or what they do might be their truth, it might be their reality, it might be what they think about you, but is it your truth? Is it my truth? Is it our reality? Because if we take what they say or what they do and make it our reality and it's negative, then we take our positive vibes, our positive day, and make it negative. We can ruin it because we're not standing in our truth. We're not believing in our reality. So we take what they say as being real and being our truth. And all that's really doing is infecting us. It's toxic. You're taking all these positive feelings of happiness, joy, freedom, self-expression, and you're spreading this toxic, negative vibe over it. And now you have feelings of possible anger, frustration, self-doubt. You're wondering if you're making the right decisions. You're just up in the air, and it's just not a good feeling. But in that moment, we have a decision to make, whether we're going to allow this person to affect us in that way, if we're going to allow this person's words, this person's actions to make us feel different about ourselves and really change how we live the rest of our day. They shouldn't have that power. We shouldn't be giving them that power. That's not right. We don't deserve that. We don't deserve to do that to ourselves. So we have to really, really be strong. And in those moments, know who we are, what we stand for, and understand that this person might be coming from a place of love. They might care, but the way they're saying it or the way they're doing it just doesn't sit well with us. And that's okay, because they're allowed to speak their mind and do as they please to a certain extent, but we don't have to take what they say and make it our truth and our reality. We have to make sure that we make the right decision, that we stand in what we believe in, so we don't allow somebody else to take our day, our good day, and turn it into a bad day. We don't want to let this person make a moment, that moment, make it bad and make the rest of our day bad. So remember, don't let a bad moment turn into a bad day. It can be a bad moment right in that moment, but we do not want to let it to seep into the rest of our day. So don't give that person that power. But then we have to ask another question. What if that person is you? You see, it might seem easier to strategize and navigate those interactions with other people. But what about when it comes to ourselves? What about when it comes to you or to me? How do we deal with those situations? Because it's inevitable with other people, but it's also inevitable within ourselves that we're gonna have negative moments, negative thoughts or negative words that we speak to ourselves, or possible negative actions. But it's what we do in those moments that truly define us. Because just like with other people, are we going to let that moment change our whole day, affect our whole day? Because, newsflash, if we haven't noticed or you haven't noticed, we're with ourselves the entire day. We're in this body and we go throughout the day with ourselves. So we have millions, well, maybe not millions, we have thousands of thoughts, 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. It might seem like a million, but those thoughts can be negative. A lot of times they are negative. And we might have negative words that we speak to ourselves. Like, I can't do this is just one simple one. That's negative. Or we might possibly perform a negative action, whether we wanted to or not, we made a mistake. But are we going to let those moments define us? Are we going to let those moments change our whole day? Because it's going to happen. But we have to understand that that is just a moment. And the whole day is comprised of millions of moments. I got that one right. The day is comprised of millions of moments. Every second can be a different moment. But we have to really understand. And like I said before, we have to stand in our truth. We have to know our reality. We have to understand who we are. And we're not always those thoughts. We're not always those words, and we're not always those actions. So if we're having a good day, don't let that moment, that bad moment, make it a bad day. We don't deserve that. We don't deserve to put ourselves in a miserable attitude. We don't deserve to make ourselves feel bad. I mean, why would we want to make our own self feel bad? So in those moments, understand where it's coming from. Just like we were understanding where the other person might be coming from, now think about you as the person. And where are you coming from with those thoughts, those words, or those actions? And then put it in its place. Understand it, see it, let it go, and move on. Because it does us no good. It benefits us none at all to be stuck in that moment and allow it to overtake us, allow it to consume us, and then make our day bad, make our day negative, make our day miserable. It's not a good feeling. So why do it? So don't let that bad moment turn into a bad day, regardless if it's somebody on the external or somebody on the internal. I really want you to internalize this, to really grasp this concept. Don't let a bad moment turn into a bad day. Don't let a bad moment turn into a bad day. Because when you wake up in the morning and the day just starts going, can't stop it, things are happening, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, you get caught in that moment. Something does happen. And it's there that you need to make a decision. Are you going to let that moment dictate the rest of your day? And if it's a bad moment, are you going to let that bad moment make the rest of your day bad, negative, frustrating, angry? So if you have this tool in your toolbox, if you have this mantra that you can recite to yourself in those moments, don't let a bad moment turn into a bad day. It gives you a better chance to navigate that situation, to allow yourself to put it in its place, see it as it is, and then move on. And if you don't have it, then you're left wondering what to do, scrounging around, and possibly putting yourself in a position to have a bad day. So use it. Make it a daily routine. Wake up in the morning and remind yourself. Don't let a bad moment turn into a bad day. So it becomes second nature. When something pops up and it seems like it could create some dissonance, it could create some negative feelings, use it. Because if you don't, then you're only setting yourself up for possible anger, feelings of frustration, self-doubt, and you don't want that. You want to treat it as a moment and then move on, move forward. Complete your day. Complete your day in a positive fashion, in a happy fashion, and look back and see how you treated that situation and use it as more motivation for when another situation arises, and another situation arises, and another situation arises, because it will happen. So give yourself that chance. You really owe it to yourself to not allow these bad moments to turn into a bad day. No one wants to be miserable. Everybody deserves the chance, the opportunity to be happy, to be joyous, and to be free. So don't let those moments, those possible bad moments, turn into a bad day. Because then you're just doing yourself a disservice. You're not allowing yourself to live your best life, which will allow you to grow and evolve and become a better version of yourself. So don't let you down. Give yourself that chance. We all deserve it. We all deserve to be happy. Every day is comprised of those moments. We can't escape them. So embrace them. Allow them to happen and then move past them. Move on to the next thing. Don't get stuck in that moment. Don't allow that moment to direct where the rest of your day is going. Don't let it direct how you are feeling. Allow it to be a teachable moment. Allow it to make you a better person, but don't allow it to make you upset, sad, and have negative feelings towards yourself. That's not right, and you don't deserve it. Have an amazing day. Have a blessed day, everybody. Be grateful. Be grateful for the moment. And yes, even if it's a bad moment, be grateful for it. Be grateful that you can decipher if it's a bad moment and understand that moment is just a moment, and then go on with your day. But be grateful for it, because there's good moments, there's bad moments, but all the moments that make up your day, your life, are there for a reason. It's how we choose to react, how we choose to move forward, that really defines us and makes us who we are. So be grateful for it. Oh, and you thought I was going to forget the last thing, right? Smile. Always remember to smile. I'll see everybody later. All right? Peace.